So today we're going to see, we've been studying about strokes. We saw the ischemic cascade last time. So now we're going to see about the blood-brain barrier in vasogenic edema. We saw, right, that edema actually means inflammation. Well, genic comes from genesis, which is creation, or that comes from something. And vaso means tube, right? Or in this case, the blood tube, the blood vein, the blood, uh, the artery. And the blood-brain barrier, well, it's made up of endothelial cells, the the laminal base. That is a thin layer of endothelial cells that is behind the endothelial cells to protect it more. We have tight junctions, which uh, they uh, they seal everything, and we have the astrocytes and feet, which is not that doesn't hold it, but help to maintain inertia. So after the ischemic cascade, we have the neuron breakdown. So the blood barrier, after 4 or 6 hours post stroke, begins to break down because of the inflammation. And we have vasogenic edema. So let me try and draw it for you. So we have our blood vase over here, ruler. We have our vase over here, vein. It's pretty thick. And so what happens is that we have right here the endothelial cells. We have the tight junctions. We have the laminal base, the basal lamina, and we have the astrocyte and feet, which is kind of holding up on here like this, you know? Okay, so what happens is it breaks down, and we have over here proteins, and we have water molecules over here. Okay, so hydrogen one oxygen. And so what happens is that it breaks down, leaks out everything. And what happens is that it begins to push the brain where we had cells, now we don't have. So it's pushing the brain, and we have an inflammation. So it's a vasogenic edema. And also we have a cytotoxic edema, which we studied. And so what happens in mass effect, it begins to swell the brain, which will swell the rest of the brain and make a brain herniation. And so we have the brain here, and it's swelled, doesn't work. And so from the first 3 to 5 days, it swells a lot and then stops swelling. So it's kind of good, but it's already messed up a lot. So yeah, that's the vasogenic. It comes from the vase, the blood vessel. I remember the name, blood vessel. We have brain herniation, mass effect. We have these both cytotoxic and vasogenic edema, and so the blood-brain barrier breaks down, and this is very, very bad. Also, we had the neuron breakdown and the ischemic cascade, which we studied last class.